Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's day two, and guess who's Bizak? I got company this time. My man KB's in here. This
What it
Chicago
is.
Sports Podcast, and we're going to jump into free agency frenzy day two coming up right after this.
Let's go. Yo. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to the Chicago Sports Podcast. I'm your host, D Nice, along with my man KB. KB, what's good, homie?
What's going on, man? I seen you yesterday doing your thing, brother. Was in here, you know what I'm saying, trying to be engaging a little bit. You feel me? As much as I could be on
Yeah.
the side.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate all you with for your engagement and engagement to everyone else. Shout out to Louis Claudio. He's in the building right now. Good afternoon, brother. Glad to be in here with you. You driving, be careful out there, man.
Yes.
Um, let's recap real quick, man. Let's start off with the most recent signing. The Bears signed Khalif Raymond, former
Yes.
Detroit line wide receiver, special teamer. He's now on board with the Chicago Bears. Congratulations, Khalif. And for the guys and girls that was listening yesterday, that's one of the guys that I pointed out and saying that he could be a target for the Chicago Bears. And look at there. Look at
Yes,
there.
sir.
Look what happened.
That was
He's
a
in the building. He's in the fold.
1 year deal. I like it, man. I definitely like it. That signals probably the end of Devin Duvernay. Uh, but you get probably one of the two or three best return men in the league right now, which is kind of shocking. I wouldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying, Detroit really letting him go. So that kind of shocked me this morning.
Well, I mean, with me, not so much because Detroit is strapped, man. They kind of heavy up there, man. They had some things to figure out. They lost quite a bit. Yesterday they lost Alex Angeloni, which is a
Yes.
huge defensive player for them. Linebacker, Alex Angeloni, he went to Tampa. So, they got to do some soul searching over there.
Yeah, they do. I was gonna say, man, this a lot of the teams in the North, man. It seemed like they all doing a little soul searching, man. The Packers lost a lot yesterday, a lot. Yeah, I mean, you lose Rashawn Gary, even though they were gonna cut him or do whatever the case was. But
Hmm.
he's gone. They're gonna cut Nate Hobbs, the corner they drafted not too long ago. I mean, you let go of Quay Walker. I mean, then they cut. And it's funny because Elton Jenkins is actually family of mine as well.
Okay,
He's married into the family. They
gotcha.
cut him last night, and I
Mm,
mean that's somebody I was saying before when I seen the news. I would love to see the Bears go get him
yeah.
because he can play all five spots on the line, all five.
Versatility is key, man. That's what you need. But let's recap yesterday, man.
Oh yeah,
Before we get into names, how did you personally feel about what transpired yesterday with the Bears, man?
it's definitely solid. It's like what everybody was wanting, man. You want this offseason to be more geared toward that defense. So you see they get a depth piece in the middle on the defensive line. Neville Gallimore, I mean, you expect him to come in and probably be the third or fourth dude off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be happy with that because we need it. Then getting Devin Bush was shocking because be honest with you, man, I wasn't even thinking about Devin Bush.
Right, me neither.
Devin Bush coming into the fold, man, you get a solid off-ball linebacker, man. He has the speed to cover side to side. He's decent in coverage. He doesn't miss lots of tackles. And like I said, you heard them talk about the speed. They want to upgrade the speed on defense.
Hmm.
Definitely did that with Devin Bush. And then you get Coby Bryant, another one. out of left field for me because I'm thinking more D-line focused. We're gonna be looking on at edge to possibly short up before the draft, or we were gonna go for John Franklin Myers or somebody like that in the inside. So they come into this thing with Coby Bryant, and I'm like, yo, my man is very rangy. Was drafted in, he was a nickel. They moved him back to safety and is paying dividends, man. He like I said, there's another one. Sideline to sideline can do everything that you need to do. So just off those three, man, I give us a solid B plus. You know what I'm saying? I won't say it's anything that I felt like they were just knocks out the park or anything like that, but it gives you flexibility going into the draft to do what they said they want to do, and let's go BPA.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Also, them re-signing Buddy at left tackle. Wasn't shocked. Was not shocked. I mentioned that as a possibility before, and everybody was like, no, we're done with him. We're done with him. No, not so fast.
Not so fast. Man, listen, as I see tracks of my man Annie up in the building, what's good, fellas? Braxton Jones definitely was not a shocker because the left tackle market is heavy, bro. Man. That money that them left tackles make, man, is insane. Yes. And 1 year, $10 million. You know, I think the 5 is guaranteed. The other 5 is incentives. Yep. You know, hey, man, you know, for somebody just to, you know, we never know what's going to go on with Braxton Jones, man. You know, if he's healthy, he can be good to serviceable. But, you know, he's training with Teron Armstead, word on the street. Oh. He and Darnell Wright. They both trained with Teron Armstead. And Armstead said he's seen some difference in Braxton Jones, different than what he's seen in the past, which means that Braxton Jones is healthier and he's healthy for a change. And good for him, man. Good for him. Braxton Jones, you know, a bit inconsistent. You know, there's a lot of things he couldn't do, but I think he outplayed his 5th round pick.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And he's familiar with what's going on in the building. You know, guys in the locker room respect him. So, you know, it's good to bring him back.
Yeah. I was going to say, man, just looking at what you did, just cap-wise, I seen something out there, the one dude who's the cap expert on Twitter put that the Bears still got 17 mil, and that's before, you know what I'm saying, they go in, they do any kind of restructures of anybody. So, I mean, it's ways that they can make massive cap right now to sign whoever they deem worthy of signing.
For sure.
So, like I said, man, I don't feel like it was anything earth-shattering last night. I do believe that we got markedly better at safety. It depends on what we end up doing next. If they wait till the draft to bring in another guy, or if you do see them try to bring back a Byard, or you know what I'm saying, they do the opposite. They try to bring back Brisker. You got somebody else that's back there that'll be, you know what I'm saying, that's young enough that they got the speed to do whatever you need to do. So I'm okay with that signing, man. But watching this edge market has been crazy. Folks are getting overpaid. I'm talking about Dio amount of money. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Shout out to Annie up with the super chat, man. At 199. Sure. Appreciate you, partner. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. You said something then. Jalen Phillips, I don't think he's ever had a 10-sack season, and he's got paid. Carolina throwing the bag. Now, what Carolina has there with that young defense, and then they added another piece with adding Devin Lloyd, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, but going down the line, that nifty deal for that much bread, man, there is no way they will feel happy with that 2 or 3 years into it. Plus, he's injury prone.
Yeah.
So, you know, that, but you know, those type of signings, bro, they taint the pool a little bit, man. You know what I mean? They taint the free agent pool, just like the signing for Linda with the Raiders. Bro, 81 million for 3 years. In what world, man?
27 mil a year. I seen them break down his contract. Now, the first year wasn't too bad, but next year he gets this 30 million. that you paying that man. And then the year after that is like 27 or 28. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Shout out JC the Don, man. Shout out JC the Don. JC the Don says bring back Brisker and we get Trey, we good. Whew.
I would be mad at that, but the thing that kills me, man, I'm looking at the fact that the leadership you get from Byard is astounding. It's a world beater. That's something you need in the locker room.
For sure, man.
But
Like
then looking at the age,
I
would absolutely love to have Brisker back because of the age. But
yeah, I mean, for sure, man. But age aside, bro, listen. I think there's a world where Byard comes back. As the free agent days go along, the free agent market is gonna shrink. And him being an older player is not about necessarily his ability, but him being an older, experienced player. He was the adult in that locker room, man.
Yeah,
and he did things for the team, the intangible things. You know what I mean?
okay.
And that's something you can't put a price tag on. He knows that, and I think that the franchise knows that. But you have to play the game, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely.
You know, piece to Annie up. Annie up mentioned some good points. He said Byard never missed a game.
He didn't.
You know, JC Capone, shout out to you. Thanks for subscribing. You say you've been a subscriber. Thanks, man.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. So, you know, the Byard situation, bro, it's one of them things where, you know, you just got to let it play out. And it's not the best situation to be in, but this is what we have. Now, we got okay, Stever says Byard is a free safety. If they bring anyone back, it'll be Jaquan to play a strong safety. Agreed. I think Byard I'm sorry I cut you off, KB. In this world of the NFL, bro, safety's going both ways now.
I was gonna say you gotta be able to play both. And
because Byard can hit, we all seen that.
Oh yeah, he laid Buddy ass from the Packers out last year, bro. Like, no, he can come down and lay the wood when he needs to.
Shout out to Steve though.
Go ahead. Andy up, man. He just said what I was about to say, man. Bryant plays whatever he needs to play. He can come down in the box. Like I said, my man can go out and he can cover the slot and the nickel. He can play. He's versatile, and that's like you said. You got to be able to do both nowadays. You can't.
Yeah.
There's not I specialize in being a box player. I specialize in this. No, you don't get paid that way nowadays. So you got to be able to do both. And Bryant has you covered there.
Yeah, in this defense, man, you know, versatility is key. As we spoke at the beginning of last year, you're going to have to be versatile if you're going to be a part of this defense. You know, the defensive lineman is going to have to be able to play all across the line. The linebackers are going to have to show the ability to tackle and cover. And it's no different from the safeties, man. You know, because what they are is back end linebackers at the end of the day. Yeah, so you know, and in this NFL, man, guys are hybrids, man. They coming out of high school being hybrids. They're going into college and coming to the pros as hybrids for the most part. So, and Kevin Byard's been playing long enough where he understands what he, you know what I'm saying? He ain't missing nothing. It ain't nothing he ain't seen. And in those safety spots, is not nothing he can't do.
And see, my thing is this: you got to a point where you're now comfortable being in the system. You're comfortable with the area that you're in. You're comfortable with the players that you got around you. I don't believe Kevin Byard is looking to break nobody's bank. You know what I'm saying? He's a pro. He's a pro's pro. He's been doing this for a while. I'm sure he just wants a chance that he can compete for something special, and he knows that that's here in Chicago. What I think the holdup is right now, I do believe people are waiting for other balls to drop. Like right now, I'm looking at one of the signings that happened with Dallas. Dallas just signed a safety for 3 years, $33 million. So I'm pretty sure that Byard's probably looking around money like that. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere between the 10 to 12 range. You get him on a 2-year, $24 million deal. You throw him a couple mil guaranteed. He'll be solid. The man ain't looking to break the bank. He ain't looking to be paid in the upper echelon. Like I said, he just wants to compete. So I'm just waiting to see the dominoes fall to see what happens.
And I hear what you're saying, bro. But in the NFL, regardless of age, and we see this with Trey Henderson, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the money, bro. And as these guys, when you come in the door, you have potential to get more money as you play. But when these guys are leaving out that back door, bro, they want to leave with as much money as they possibly can. Now, I would agree with you 100% if Kevin Byard just came off a typical regular year. But in this instance where timing is everything, he's coming off a year where, number one, he's an all-pro. He's a league leader in interceptions, Pro Bowler. So it's hard, from an ego standpoint, we all know that these athletes are egotistical. Now some levels are higher than others, but they all have an ego, and there's a lot of pride with them. I don't think he's going to be modest talking dollars coming off a year that he just had.
Man, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm leaning on the side that I hope he come in at least a little modest. I don't think he's gonna sign for pennies.
Selfishly.
I do think he looks at things and he says, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. I don't want to be underpaid, not by any means, but I don't think that he's looking to reset the market nowhere, is what I'm saying. I don't think he just wants a deal that he says, hey, that's acceptable to me. I'm okay with this. And I don't think that number is too large. Like I said, I think that's somewhere between the 10 and the 10 and the 12.
Yeah, so, I don't think he asked for Linderbaum money.
Hell no.
But if a team pull up a contract with that type of number on that, he ain't finna tell them no.
Oh no, you don't. Hey, I would. If the Raiders called that man and said, "Hey man, we got you on a $40 million deal for 2 years, bro," yes, take that money.
Yeah,
you go take that money.
Yeah. Shout out to True Pilgrim, man. True Pilgrim says he's gonna be 33 years old. Now, I don't think a lot of people gave some thought, but before Byard came to the Bears, he was on his way to being a journeyman, man.
Oh yeah,
because he left Tennessee. He did this small stint in Philadelphia, and he got cut in the middle of the year.
Yeah,
that's how it became a Bear. And he came in and did a resurgence move with us, and here we are. So at 33, I just think I think he may be looking at that 15 a year and smiling. I think he's looking at it.
We got
yeah.
15.
Hey man, listen, but he got receipts, bro. It's like, hey, look,
you do.
Here you go. Who's y'all last safety that did this?
Eddie Jackson.
Yeah.
They paid Eddie, but oh man, it's gonna be. I expect some movement to happen with him, man. Probably either today or tomorrow, man, to see what happens. Yeah. Like I said, I hope he stays. It's like you said, we need the leadership in the back end, man.
Indeed.
Like you want that to be Jalen Johnson for the price that you're paying Jalen Johnson, but that's not Jalen Johnson.
Nah.
So.
And then Jalen Johnson, he got his thing with the corners. Like, he got his thing with the corners, and he does have an influence on this football team, right?
Oh, he definitely do.
Yeah, he definitely has an influence on the football team, and I think that's the reason why he's still here. But that's another story. We'll get into that a little later. But Vizzo Joe says, call me crazy, but I would not mind a Bryant Brisker backfield.
I wouldn't either. If the Bears came out today and they signed either one of them, I'm happy. I'm happy. Now, the caveat to having Brisker come back is, can he stay healthy? Can you avoid the constant what's the why am I blanking on the word, bro? The concussions.
Yeah.
If he can get past the concussion issues that he has, then yes, you absolutely go get Brisker back. Like I said, age plays a giant part in this to me, because you ideally, what you would have wanted was to say you got two young safeties in the back that you can help build upon.
Growing
But
together.
right now, that's the caveat to it, because you got Byard, who led the league, like we said, in interceptions, who was still the consummate pro. He had the resurgence and showed that he didn't really lose the step that everybody thought he did. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know what I'm saying? It's one half the other, bro. I'm not mad at either. I'm not
Right.
truly
I
not.
mean, listen, I feel everybody that's on the Brisker train. I feel everybody. I understand it, because the familiarity for me when it comes down to Jaquan Brisker, but familiarity has nothing to do with the play on the field.
Oh no,
Now, what Brisker left on the field versus the Rams, it was the best game I've ever seen him play as a Bear, and I'm just being
absolutely,
100% honest. If
absolutely.
anyone remembers any other one, holler at me, let me know. But True Pilgrim says Coby Bryant's 193 pounds. He's better at free safety. I would prefer to bring Brisker back. Cool. But that 193 pounds, it doesn't matter at what safety position. You know what I mean? He can play, like, your weight doesn't necessarily determine unless you just a frail guy back there. But Coby Bryant is tight and compact. You know,
I mean,
he's good, solid size. You know what I mean? But
Brisker ain't too much bigger than him. I mean, you
right,
looking at Brisker being 6 foot, 200 and plus, like that's the same damn safety.
yeah. But based off of, but listen, do you feel like the Bears can find something equal or better than Brisker in the draft? Me personally, I do think so.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah. Now, and again, and I brought this up yesterday as well. If you have an opportunity to be better in the position, I mean, you're good. Like with Brisker, you're good, okay. But if you have an opportunity to take that good to another level, would you turn it down?
Nah, no.
I mean, everybody wants to, homegrown players is good, because a lot of great football teams are keeping their homegrown guys. But I just think we can get someone better than Brisker, and that's my
I was gonna say
personal opinion.
it's a few dudes I like in the draft over Brisker right now, and I mean, you can get any one of them from anywhere ranging from the first, if you decide that you want to go safety first round, to all the way up into the third or fourth. Because I heard you name a few off yesterday. You can get Bud Clark out of TCU. You can get I like Kilgore out of South Carolina. That's a big boy.
Yeah, it's a couple of big ones in there. Thumpers too, man. Thumpers for sure. And I think the Bears have their eye.
You know
I
what
think
I'm
the
saying?
Bears, yeah. I think the Bears have their eye on a couple of guys in this draft. And, if they're able to hit with that, I don't think they bring Brisker back. But if they miss and Brisker's still out there, from that point on, is why not? But Track says Harrison Smith was top 10 at the age of 33 through 35, Brian Dawkins until 38. Palomalu and Roland Harper. Brisker said goodbye already. So Brisker's already committed to the fact that he won't be back. So whatever. All right. I just think that, with Brisker already saying his goodbyes, it's over. Okay. But I think, and I just believe the Bears have turned the page themselves, and they probably communicated that with him, which is the reason why he's waving goodbye. Trax also says tackle Brady Smith signs a 2-year deal with the Houston Texans. They need that.
Yeah, they need all the line help. That's a weird team. We need line help, but then they trade their best lineman.
Yeah. True Prism says Byard is gone. Hey, Doug G, bear down. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Yeah, that's the most recent one was Braden Smith signing with the Texans. So it's like you said, they needed that. They need to put a line around them. It's been a wild free agency to me, man.
Yeah. And
The
Byard,
Lions are signing Isaiah Pacheco.
who?
Isaiah Pacheco going to the Lions.
Okay. That's a decent fit. That's a decent
They need a
fit.
power back.
Yeah, because they lost Demo, so
Mm-hmm.
but the new rumor, you know what I'm saying, is that Byard's done in Chicago. Well, thanks, Kevin Byard. Appreciate everything you did. Much success to you wherever you go. Do not play for another team in this division. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But man, where do you go? Like I said, who? I want to see what numbers when he gets signed. I want to see what somebody gave him because if it's 15, I think that's crazy work. Like I said, somewhere to the 12 to 13 range, I think is decent, especially for what he just turned out. You factoring in age and everything else for him. I can't see nobody giving him 15 plus.
Well, one thing for sure, go where you celebrated, King.
Absolutely.
That's all I can tell you. Now, True Prism says when Brisker is healthy, he's one of the best safeties in the league.
That's a stretch.
True Pilgrim.
That's
True Pilgrim. Check it out. When he's healthy is number one. But even at his healthiest, he's not one. Well, where would you rank him in today's NFL? He ain't made a Pro Bowl. He ain't made an All-Pro. If
we're talking about just his type of safety, and we just going from the 32 teams, I probably put him somewhere in the 20 to 25 range. He's not a bum. He's serviceable. But we seen last year, my man's look lost in a lot of places, man. Getting lost in coverage, letting people beat him and whatnot. I'm gonna put it this way. At his point in his career, let's compare him to another Bears safety and another Bears Penn Stater, Adrian Amos. If you had the choice of picking between Adrian Amos at that point in his career and Jaquan Brisker at that point in his career, who are you picking?
Amos.
Absolutely, and to be honest, it's not even close. And Amos wasn't big on interceptions, but he was good in coverage. He was solid in run support, and he knew what his assignment was.
Yeah.
And he wasn't all he was healthy.
Yeah. So, hey man, health is wealth, baby.
Absolutely. Carmi Curl going back to the Los Angeles Rams on a 3-year deal.
Yeah, that was kind of early on. I heard that, but shout out to my boy Scrolls up in here. Trax got the whole list of the draft order. Says the Bears have pick number 25, 2 picks in the first round, 2 picks in the second round. One of course from the Buffalo Bills and the DJ Moore deal. 3rd round pick. We didn't get the other one we was looking for, unfortunately. And we got a pick in the 4th round and a 5th rounder from the Rams. Pick 165. Scrolls said Pilgrim tripping. Absolutely. But shout out to True Pilgrim. Keep bringing us the good content, bro. Keep letting us know how you feel. We got a 7th round pick as well from the Eagles. Pick 239 and pick 241 in the 7th. Trax also says Brisker's PFF grade in 2025 season, 60.4 overall, 68th out of 98 safeties. So, all right, True Pilgrim, you heard that? Scroll said he couldn't cover
the garage is wild work.
That was a good one. True Pilgrim, hey man, listen, Jaquan Brisker must be sending you cash outs, bro. But he says
That's
he's
the
working his way back from those head injuries. We saw the real Brisker in the last 4 or 5 games. Maybe so, but I still believe, and I do think the Bears believe that they can find Brisker's production in the first 3 or 4 rounds.
Hey, bro, the Bears got a chance to do one of the funniest things in the world, man. The Bears could honestly wait to the second or third round. They can draft the safety out of Penn State.
Yeah,
We had 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
They, like I said, bro, because he's solid,
Yeah.
and he fits that Penn State mold of super athletes. You know what I'm saying? Usually very, very assignment based and do what they're told to do.
Yeah, but I think we need to break that mold, KB. I think we need to go do that somewhere else, man.
Hey, man. Like I said, I got a list of safeties I like. I do like your boy out of Toledo. I think he's real good, man. I think he's probably going to be a game changer at the next level. Thieneman, or however you say his name, buddy out of Oregon is good too. I give him his flowers. As I say this and I like him, I'm probably not taking him in the first.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I know that right now he's kind of like the favorite safety, not named buddy out of Ohio State, Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a solid list of people after that. Like I said, you got Buddy out of TCU. You got Halsey out of LSU that has upside. You got Kilgore, who I personally like. I like the size. I like the speed. You got like I said, we got your boy out of Toledo. We got the safety out of USC. Like I said, there's names
plentiful.
There's names this year. So
there's a sleeper out of Kansas State, man. You know, he probably go between round 3 and 5, and that's VJ Payne, man.
You got to tell me a little bit more about him. I ain't
VJ Payne out of Kansas State, bro. Listen, now Kansas State, we ain't going around here looking for them on TV every Saturday, but VJ Payne, 6'3", 206 pounds, athletic. He's able to tackle and cover at the same time. You know, he's a hybrid guy. A whole lot of ability coming from him. Like I said, got the range and the size and the range, 6 feet, 206. Probably when he get to the Bears, he'd be rounded about, I think it's 6'3" Frank. I hold about 310 to 312. You know what I mean? Yeah. Solid guy, man. But this draft is deep at the safety position. Really, I think the defensive side of the ball has the edge in this draft, to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah. It's exactly what we needed. Man, I'm gonna ask you this, because you got this whole thing right now with the draft and what we should do and whatnot. At 25, what's your ideal move?
Honestly, it depends on how I fall, because I'm everywhere from D tackle, edge, or safety. I think because I change every day. Yesterday I was on the safety train, but today I want to see what edge will be available to us at 25. Now, if there's a world where a Kendrick Falk, or the young man out of Missouri, Zion Young, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
If there's a world where those two guys are available at 25, man, TJ Parker even. But I like those other two guys a lot better. But this is a heavy draft with the edge rushing, man. So if we're able to get like Keldrick Falk out at Auburn, press the button. I'm with that one.
See, you know, and I'm right there with you. My thought process has changed a little bit, because my whole thing is this: you got needs on that defense that you got to fix, and as many picks as we got, I feel like we can do better to get more. I think if there's a way that you can trade down, maybe get an early second round pick from somebody, and maybe a third or a fourth rounder from it, I take that. Zion, the only way right now I would probably turn it down is like what you said. If Zion Young or Falk is sitting there on the board, they'd be hard pressed to turn that down. Hard pressed. But if both those guys are gone and you looking at the face of saying that you could draft a Caden McDonald or anybody like that, those boys are nose tackles. And I'm sorry, I feel like you can get a nose tackle in the second or third round. So I'm not necessarily excited on spending a 25th pick on a dude that we're going to have on the field for X amount of downs. I need somebody that's going to be a game changer to come in at that point.
Yes,
so
indeed. Yes, indeed.
If one of them boys ain't there, man, I'm trying to trade back, and I'm gonna stack as many picks as I can.
Okay, listen, not bad at all. Because like I said, at that edge, it's pretty deep. Okay, just think about the top 3 picks that we have. First, second, and third round. Shout out to Brian White. Brian White mentions that that with Brisker's history of concussions, it's a business decision. From that point, we had to move on. He's absolutely correct. That's another point. You know, we hate to kick Brisker down because of his health, but the facts are the facts. And those concussions are nothing to play with. We all know that. We hear the stories at least every other offseason about somebody, you know what I'm saying, succumbing to the fact that
going back to the Jets.
Oh man.
That's horrible.
Now, KB, this is an interesting question for you. Because since we at 25, I was gonna move on a little bit, but I can get back to my point. What if Jeremiah Love was there at 25, bro? Or are you of the adage to say if Love is at 25,
I'm mortgaging that pick.
If Love is at 25, he could probably be there at 57.
Look, I've been one. I'm always going to defend my position because I'm a running back by trade.
Okay.
That being said, I love the fact about the idea of having a Love on this team because then at that point you get the Jamar Gibbs for the Bears at that point. Would I love to see that in this offense? I absolutely would. But at that point, I know a lot of people will be calling your phone.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be calling your phone.
Yes. Good point, KB. Good point, bro. Yes.
If you slide me an offer, I can't refuse.
Yeah.
Listen, it's another running back that's in this draft that, sir, his combine did something for me.
Yeah.
What's my man out of Arkansas that ran up?
Oh, yeah.
40,
Yes, sir.
The biggest running back?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Like I said,
Washington Jr.
I love the thought. But even me being who I am at this point, you got to do what's best for the team. If stacking picks to fix that defense means that we trade away the pick that could be Jeremiah Love, I'm sorry, but this is the defense.
So be it.
I gotta do it.
Stay right there, KB. Stay right there because I want to talk about something I think is very important that we speak on this. All right. Due to what's transpired in free agency and so far, and what we've seen and heard about the numbers that these blue chip all pro caliber defensive ends are asking for. How important in this draft is it for the Bears to get the pass rusher correct?
That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Because,
okay, this is a two-parter though.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you get your point out, but let me say this: is it to the degree where you draft 2 with the first 4 picks?
Yes, absolutely. Because this is my thing. You look at some of these teams that at least thought they got it right? You look at the Houston Texans. Houston, Texas took C.J. Stroud with the first pick, and then they doubled back and traded up to get my man's what's his name? It's the edge rusher.
from Alabama.
Yeah, they traded up to get him,
Mm-hmm.
and you see which one is hitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you get that edge rusher and he pops, now you got somebody that you know at some point you're gonna pay money to. Oh God, you're gonna pay money to. But you know you got that guy. You know what I'm saying? You got that guy. And if I can take 2 bites of that apple, if I can get 2, you keep the best one. That means you have
both of them.
the second one.
Yeah.
Because when it comes time where both of those contracts is up, okay, I'm gonna pay this one because he's the one that's popping off for me. But I know, hey, what my man saying, Django, when he was talking about the fighters. Hey man, he ain't my first fighter. He might not be my second one, but he my third. But he'll be your best.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And if I can give you my second best and get number 1 price for the second best, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Because they're paying these boys record-breaking money.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
If you end up with a Falk or a Zion Young, and then let's say you get to the 3rd round and Gabe Yakis is still on the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then whoever's the best out of them two. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
you know, in today's NFL, bro, you know, you can switch them guys out, man. And as long as you don't because that is what made the Lovie Smith defense so great that they were able to sub out linemen and you never lost a step with those guys. You know, you never felt like you was lacking when you made your substitutions, you know.
Right.
But shout out to Matt Cooper. Coop, what's good, baby? He checking us out for a few minutes. He agrees with me about the he agrees with us about the draft another edge rusher. Appreciate the shout out, Matt.
Yeah.
Get you some rest, bro. True Pilgrim says Falk has no being around the corner. That's the issue you got with him. Okay. We seen the Geno Smith motion. Ooh, Patriots signed Romeo Dobbs.
Patriots got Romeo Dobbs.
That's different right there, bro.
Million.
Yeah, that's different right there, bro. Because you know Romeo was one of Love's favorite targets, man.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But yeah, in the first with the first with the first 4 picks, man, if the Bears can get out of there with the D tackle, an edge rusher or 2, and a safety, I ain't gotta watch no more, bro. I can hear about the rest.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I can hear about the rest. And if they so we can assume that drafting a left tackle early on is off the board.
Yeah. I
So
think Roshar kind of gave it up on that and was like, "Hey, we don't plan on drafting no tackles, man. They saying we're going to have to figure this out in house."
Okay.
I think he kind of spilled the beans on that when he was on that little podcast and he said what he said to Teron Armstead.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Another interesting position, you know, that we addressed yesterday was linebacker position.
Yes.
Now, TJ Edwards is coming off injury.
Yep.
All right. So is Sewell.
Yep.
Sewell had a heck of a season last year. You know, it was marred up by injuries, marred and scarred up by injuries. But Sewell, we finally seen him break out, you know, because he's finally healthy. And we've seen what it looks like when he's healthy. But the problem is it doesn't seem like he can stay healthy. So with that, we have to be in the business of drafting a linebacker in the first 4 picks. So maybe drafting 2 edge rushers might not be the thing. But getting another young linebacker in here with speed, of course, is a very important thing that it needs to be done. Now, CJ Allen, Anthony Hill, and because of his instincts, Jacob Rodriguez are
Yep.
3. But on the outside of Josiah Schroeder, another instinctive ball player out of Missouri.
Yep.
Who are the linebackers? Have you been looking at any linebackers, and who would you like the
Absolutely.
Bears to draft?
Of course, you look at, you know what I'm saying, the top guys that you just named. You look at the Anthony Hills of the world. You look at the Jacob Rodriguez's, and then the third name I didn't catch, but I'm looking at the first two in general. Then I'm looking outside of them. I love Kyle Lewis out of Pittsburgh. I think that's a ball player.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be somebody that is going to be drafted in the middle rounds that is going to give you early round production when he sees the field. I wouldn't mind getting him. I look at the fact that they also reached out about they talked to the kid twice. He was out of UTSA. His name is Shad Banks Jr. Really a decent sized linebacker with speed. Very raw. Who I feel like if they do draft him, he'll be somebody they draft within the 5th to the 7th round area. Whether they trade picks and get picks or whatnot. I think in the 2nd round, if you drafted by that point either an edge and you got a D tackle and you looking at, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say edge or D tackle because at the point we at, I feel like linebacker probably is just as much of a need. Yeah. So if you're sitting at the top of the 2nd round and Anthony Hill or Jacob Rodriguez is sitting on the board, you absolutely you kick the wheels on one of those.
Yeah, man.
So I think it's like I said, it's an interesting year because I feel like you got the depth in all the positions that you need. I think we need linebacker, we need D tackle, we need edge. I think the draft is very heavy in edge, D tackle, and at least linebacker in the early rounds. So
yeah,
I think right now, if the first 4 picks were D tackle, edge, linebacker, and safety, like you said, I probably wouldn't watch no more because I'm okay with it. At that point, you hit all the needs. So I wouldn't be mad because it's those few top heavy linebackers, bro. We know we're not gonna get no Sonny Styles. We know that's already he going in the top 5. I get it. The man's a freak of nature. So he'll be off the board, but the next group of guys, I would be okay with any one of them coming to the Bears.
Shout out to Scrolls once again. Scrolls says we're mocked to get Messador out of the U. Now, I'm not mad at that, but Messador is an older player.
25.
He's an older player. And listen, nothing against older players, but man, we want to try to keep these guys around for as long as we possibly can, man. And starting with a guy that's 25 already, not in the first 4 picks, man. Not for me.
Yeah, man. You want somebody you can build around. That's a dude that once he's off his contract, bro, you got to think real long and hard about giving him that second because that might be the big contract in his head. That's the one I'm gonna cash in on.
Yeah, me and True Prigum agree. Messador at 25 would be unwise. Scrolls really likes Messador. And like I say, if you watch Messador on film, he pops for sure. And if he's got the ideal Dennis Allen size, you know, he got everything that you want. But drafting older players, man, it's a little bit scary, especially when you draft them early like that. Shout out to Lawrence Kennedy. Shout out to you. He asks, what do you think it would take to trade for Brian Burns? Oh,
a lot.
Yeah,
I don't see them letting him go.
Yeah,
especially
I mean,
what Giants gave up to get him.
Yeah, trade for Brian Burns would be just like trading for a Max Crosby or anybody else. He's of that. He's that. He's definitely that. So, and I don't think the Giants, you know, with Harbaugh over there and the way he feels about his defenses and special teams, I don't think he's going to be super excited to let Brian Burns ride.
So, what you think about Kevon Thibodeau?
I like the way he looks. He looks like a dominant football player, but
But
his play has not met up to how he looks. So
mhm,
therefore, I don't think it's worth giving up anything substantial. Now, if he's cut, then yeah, put his name on the paper. But and now I'm not trading nothing because of what I think he could do. I'm not doing that. You
yeah,
know, Lawrence Kennedy, if you're new here, please like and subscribe, man. Welcome, welcome. We welcome you. Um, we're a little behind on this chat. We're trying to catch up. Things are moving, man. Guys are really contributing, and we appreciate it a great
yes, sir.
deal. Shout out to everybody who's watching, wherever you're watching from. This is the Chicago Sports Podcast. I'm your host, D Nice, and we're here with my man KB, and we're talking free agency, and we spilling in with a little bit of draft as well. We just talking Bears talk. We talking NFL talk. We giving the people what they want. So shout out to you all. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Come in here and tell us how you feel about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now,
go ahead.
it was something I was catching you talking about yesterday, and I think it is something that needs to be brought up. Now, I don't believe it's actually true, but
Mhm.
in the case of Jalen Carter being traded,
Mm.
I seen people talking about no, we passed on him before, blase, blase, all this other stuff. If there's a chance Jalen Carter is really on the market to be had, and they're not looking for anything crazy. Let's say you floated a third rounder out there for the Eagles. I'm not necessarily worried about the man's attitude or his personality. I'm worried about what he looks like on the field. If
True
you
indeed.
get Jalen Carter to come in here, I feel like you have the locker room to keep somebody like that in check. I believe you have the coaching to keep somebody like that in check because Dennis Allen not gonna take no nonsense.
Yeah.
The man's dealt with personalities and egos for the longest time. He's been a head coach. Like folks need to remember that he's not one to sugarcoat nothing to play with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Jalen Carter is on the docket to be traded, you absolutely float something out there for that. The man, you get him, he's immediately the best defensive player you have.
For sure.
Immediately. At that point, then you take the need for defensive tackle off the board.
Well, no, you add another one just because for the
Y'all
sake of
know
numbers.
like when I say you take it off the board, I'm saying the immediate need.
Yeah, the priority it goes down.
It goes
Priority
down. Why wouldn't you want something like that on your team? Even if you decided to keep him for 2 years, just 2 years, you don't have to pay him next year. You can pick up the 5th round option on him because he's first rounder. You can pick up the 1st round option on him. And then you look at the point now, when you're talking about re-signing somebody, you're at the point now where the Bears are looking at having over $110 million in cap space.
Mm. Yeah.
So, and at that point, you're looking at the fact that you now have Jalen Carter and maybe a Dexter pairing for at least a year. If you decide that you're going to keep Dexter after trading for Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was of the mind that when I seen it and I seen people talking about it, I was like, in my head at that point, Dexter might be gone. But at least for a year, there's a possibility you can have both of those boys in the middle.
For sure.
I don't care about what the dude attitude is or whatever the case is. That's what you have coaching for.
Yeah.
If you can get somebody that can be a game wrecker in the middle, then you do it. At a certain point, you can't have choir boys on your team at every position. No, you can't. That's not how you win games.
Man, listen, man.
So,
You're actually correct, bro. You're exactly correct. And 2 things on this Jalen Carter thing. If the Philadelphia Eagles is asking for a phenomenal price for Jalen Carter, Ryan Poles and Bears brass would not be doing their job if they don't allow the Eagles to tell them that.
facts.
Right?
Facts.
And number two, the impact of a guy like Jalen Carter on your defensive line immediately makes everyone else better.
Exactly.
Makes everyone else's job easier. Now,
Because you want to get it.
the antics, listen, at some point guys grow up. Let's hope that, with the coaching here and the stability that we have here,
You have
it
the
can speed
leadership.
up that process.
You have the leadership. We got Grady Jarrett in the building.
Yeah.
You think Grady Jarrett wouldn't pull him aside? Hey, little bro, come here.
Yeah.
I need you to act this way. I understand the talent. I understand what you are from that standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna conduct ourselves in this manner. You think Grady Jarrett wouldn't do that? Like,
yes, indeed.
When I seen it, like I said, I'm of the mindset that I don't believe that's necessarily a true thing because I ain't seen nothing come out from the Eagles saying that they shopping the man.
Yeah.
So until I see something saying, "Hey, we're shopping him," then no, I'm not gonna believe it. But if there's an outside chance, as a GM, you have to do your due diligence and looking at acquiring something like that, especially when it's at a position of need.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And speaking of shopping, bro. Speaking of shopping, let's look at this the remaining free agent list here. You got number 4, Trey Hendrickson. Number 12, Aaron Rodgers. 13, Nashawn Wright.
Oh,
Okay, number 17, we got Rasheed Walker. 18, Juwan Jennings. 20, Kyler Murray. 22, Bradley Chubb. 26, Stephon Diggs. All right. Now on this list, we all know who the main guy is for us.
hold on. I just seen something that said we got Trey. Hold on. I'm trying to refresh right now. I don't see nothing about it yet, man. Wait a minute. And then Jaquan Brisker posting the eyes. I'll go ahead with your thought process, man. I'm trying to find this to see if it's true or not.
Well, I'm tuning in to the chat. Scroll says we can get a big body later. We can get a big body later at defensive tackle. Not a lot of skilled DTs in this draft. Maybe. It's a pretty deep position, Scroll. So you ain't saying nothing wrong. Pose wants to draft the best player available, not over position each time. It's not about position each time, or not over position each time. You're absolutely right. It's not always about position. At 25, I think you should draft the best player available.
Yeah,
absolutely. No Byron Murphy's in his draft. Scrolls on one, man. Caleb Banks is a blue chip type talent. True Pilgrim says. Caleb Banks is very good. I live in SEC country. I'm able to watch the University of Florida. Not the prettiest football game you want to see nowadays, but Caleb Banks is definitely a threat. Shout out to James. James in the building. James said, everyone, bear down. The Packers still suck. I say we go for Hendrickson. I'm with you on all that.
I'm sitting there. I'm refreshing my thing like this.
Yeah, go for it. See what you see. I'll let you break it because I don't see that either. True Pilgrim says, I know Peter Woods had a down year, but he is a monster. There's a bunch of skilled DTs in this draft. The defensive tackle position is deep in this draft as well, and Peter Woods is a monster. Everyone at Clemson had a down year last year. It was some in the water down in South Carolina. Get well soon.
Yeah.
Doug G says getting active again. Scroll say I want 3 psychopaths at linebacker. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Messador comes in with an NFL body. You're absolutely right. But he also has the age of a second or third year NFL player. So it kind of matches up. James says we could definitely use some animals. Yes, indeed, that does some damage.
Don't see nothing there, man. Somebody
Yeah.
got me excited for no reason.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Everyone like Scrolls is on the Messidor train. I'm not mad at it. He is a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
He's a good player. And man, he might not make it to 57. Scrolls, you're absolutely correct. Geno Smith in Vegas. So Geno Smith out of Vegas. The Raiders need a veteran QB. Well, they got the number 1 pick. And what's out there is Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I'm sure Jimmy Garoppolo won't go back to the Raiders. You know, it wouldn't be the best move for him. But Carson Wentz, I heard the Jets was on him. Kyler Murray as a Raider. How does that look, KB?
So, just from the aspect of, I've always had the feeling like that man was going to try to go to Minnesota. I would absolutely love to see Kyler Murray go to the Raiders. Hey, go ahead. Go do your thing there. Just don't go to Minnesota.
Yeah. Hey, man. Now, the word around Minnesota, Kyler Murray was mentioned, but also Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk Cousins gonna always find his name in conversations. Now, seeing how Kirk Cousins carried himself here in Atlanta when he was looked at as a bridge, you know, it wouldn't be very smart for Vegas to bring him on in because he can still considers himself a high-level starter. Hey, I cannot I don't want nobody I cannot force anybody to have any less confidence in themselves. You know what I mean? And Kirk is of full confidence, even though coming off injury, still feels like he's one of these worth a starting job, you know, in the NFL. Shout out to Doug G with the super chat. Free agents. Joseph Archer, bear down. Welcome, Joseph. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Sorry we got to you so late. We're just trying to catch up, brother, but welcome. Please get in here, stay in here, and share your thoughts about, you know, how you feel like the Bears should move and what you would like to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I don't as it pertains to Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk Cousins feels like one of those QBs right now in the league. You know what I'm saying? That it's funny because I don't want to put Aaron Rodgers in that conversation, but
why not?
It's like y'all they're the last of a dying breed type of quarterback. Y'all the last of the Mohicans, so to speak.
Yeah.
Kirk can go step away right now and retire, and you'll be fine. The man has made enough money in his career that he'd be good. But he also hasn't lost the point of people looking at him and saying he can be a decent starter somewhere. So he continues to come back.
Yeah. Because the NFL show ain't did nothing to show him that he can't.
Yeah. At the point I'm at, I would love to see both him and Rodgers just go sit their butts down. I would absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now where I want to see the new blood step into the light and start playing, man. As much crap as we talk about Jordan Love and all of them, I love to see them take off. I love to see these young quarterbacks come in and actually start putting their own legacy together, man. And I'm tired of seeing these old dudes start to come back, like the Phillip Rivers thing, where they just would have picked him up off his couch. Yeah, it's a good story for one game, but we knew the Colts wasn't going nowhere with him. But you got Anthony Richardson sitting on your bench.
Well, you know Anthony Richardson has dug himself a hole, and for him to get up out of that hole, he's gonna have to get out of Indianapolis. Absolutely. You know, some of the things that he pulled as a starting quarterback in the NFL is just totally unacceptable. It's unacceptable, man. I can't make an excuse up for it. You know,
he wasn't given the opportunity that he needed to sit and learn. They drafted him way too high. Way too high.
Way too high.
The man
Way
showed
too high.
nothing outside of athleticism that said that, hey, I should be a first-round pick.
Yeah. No.
So I blame the Colts for picking that man at the point that they did and expecting him to come in and do something. Like, no, bro, that man needed a whole season to sit, maybe 2 seasons to sit to learn the position for real.
Yeah, but ability aside, right? Ability aside, it's just certain things as a quarterback and really just certain things as an NFL player that you shouldn't do, bro.
Absolutely.
And you being a quarterback, that's double time with that because quarterbacks are held to a different standard than any other position on the field. And you can't carry yourself the way this young man has been carrying himself and call yourself a star quarterback in this league.
Yep.
You know, you can't expect the locker room to respect you, and you can't expect the people up front to continue to invest. All right. But, you know, maybe he can land on it as a learning, he can use this as a learning opportunity and land on his feet somewhere else. But I can guarantee you that the Colts can't wait to get up off this young man. And I wish him the best. But
Absolutely.
Nah, man.
That man need to go sit behind somebody and learn the position. That's what he need to go do.
Yeah.
I see Scrolls say Anthony Richardson was failed by the organization with his mother. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying the Colts did that man no favors by drafting him at where they did, because that came with a bunch of expectations that man was not ready to fix or meet. That you draft the first round quarterback, you expect him to do what? Come in at some point, lead your franchise. That man showed none of that at Florida, and they fell in love with that man's combine and said, we can do something with him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I seen the exact same quarterback get drafted by the Patriots named Joe Milton, and they drafted Joe Milton in the 6th. Like, I'm just saying, and Joe Milton put more on tape than actually Anthony Richardson. So,
Scrolls, you my guy, man, but I can't ride with you taking up for Anthony Richardson, man. Can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, I don't think he was taking up for. I think
Okay.
he was going off of what I was saying, because I said
okay.
that they made the mistake. And it wasn't me saying that it's the Colts' fault for, you know what I'm saying, that he's not good. I just think they made the mistake of drafting him where they did in the first place.
Yeah. He's having the career I thought he would have and what he's shown at the University of Florida.
Yes.
You know, because he wasn't a finished product. Let's keep it real, right? He wasn't finished, he wasn't polished, it was all raw, and it's still raw. You know, I don't think if you put him under Mike Shanahan that it improves very much.
No.
I don't think Mike Shanahan will even, you know what I'm saying, invest in him, to be honest with you. And I'm saying Mike Shanahan because he's one of the better known offensive minds in this league. You know, one of the more successful and respectable offensive minds in the NFL. But Go Bears 77, shout out to you. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. He says, didn't Buddy spit on Dak's face talking to Jalen Carter and left his friend to die after racing post-championship? Don't want him. Understood. I respect it. I respect it.
Hey, man, I watched Chauncey Gardner-Johnson go Anthony Miller and what's Buddy name that we drafted out of Georgia in the late rounds, man, the wide receiver.
His brother played in the NFL too.
Yeah.
Played with the Falcons. I got you though.
But I watched both of them get goaded into throwing hands with this man. And you know what? I still wanted to get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson when it was an opportunity. You need a-holes on the team, man. Because like I said, not everybody can be a choir boy.
Yeah. And don't get it messed up. Don't get it messed up, bro. Spitting is out of pocket. We understand that.
Absolutely.
But we seen Dak spit too, though.
Thank you. He spit back at that man no matter what was said.
So, yeah.
And often, what do you get taught as a kid? Hey man, it's never the first person that gets caught. It's always the second person that gets caught. It happens, man.
Now, Trax put out something interesting here. Per Brad Biggs, Brad Biggs believes that the signing of Coby Bryant means it's unlikely for Byard to return. I mean, unlikely for Byard to return, but it's likely for Brisker to be back. So, hey man, however that safety thing goes, just make sure you draft one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't seen nothing else pop up, man. But like I said, I did see Brisker post. They said that he posted about an hour ago. He did post the eyes.
Okay. So hey man, cool.
It is what it is.
Cool. So that means we good and young. We good and young in that back end of that secondary. Yep. Shout out to James. James said we signed a D tackle, which we did, and that's Neville Gallimore. That's who that is, James.
Yep. You need depth, man.
Jose Valle. You think the Lions have a strong chance to land Henderson? That would not be good for us. You're absolutely right. And hell no, they have no chance to land Henderson.
They don't have the money, bro.
No, they don't have the money.
They don't have the money.
Rodgers wants to go to the Vikings also. Okay, Trax. I hope that don't happen. But then again, man, damn Aaron Rodgers, man.
Yeah, what gear?
Yeah, don't care.
Okay. Like I said, go ahead and go to them, but you're not mobile. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers behind the Vikings O-line.
Yeah. James, Tua's not out there no more. Tua is a Falcon, man. Tua is a Falcon.
Is the Falcons the first team ever to have two left-handed quarterbacks in the quarterback room?
Could be, bro.
I was looking at that, man.
Could be. Per Diana Rossini and Track sending this out there. 49ers price for Mac Jones described as astronomical. Mac Jones made some money for himself, and I may be, and I'm sure I'm of the minority to say this, that when the Bears drafted Justin, I wanted them to draft Mac Jones. Yeah, I wanted them to draft Mac Jones. I was cool with Justin, but I wanted Mac Jones. But Shanahan has a thing with quarterbacks. Him, Kevin O'Connell, those guys have a thing with quarterbacks, and they're just whispers, man. And they get those guys paid, man. They keep those guys with opportunities. You leave a Shanahan system, man, you're going to get an opportunity. Because you're going to play well in the time that you have, you're going to play well. Just think about what he's done for the quarterback that's there now.
Brock Purdy.
Sam Darnold. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Now Mac Jones. Like here it is, man. And Mac Jones is a quarterback, so they get paid the big bucks anyway. Who's going to be the team that allow him to put ink to paper? We shall see. And this is an interesting question for Lawrence Kennedy. Would you give up a second and a third this year for Brian Burns?
Yeah. For Burns? Yeah. If I'm sitting on two, I'm sitting on 2 twos. But hold on. Hold on.
I like Brian Burns, bro.
I like him. But that contract. Ooh.
That's where I'm going. I mean, you're gonna pay contract, bro. You're gonna pay you're gonna like I say all the time, you gotta pay with something. Yeah. You're either gonna pay with the dollars or you're gonna pay with the draft capital. All right. But I'd be damned if I pay with both now.
Exactly.
Exactly. No, man.
We did that with Khalil Mack.
Man. We did that with Khalil Mack and we did that with Jay Cutler.
Oh, God.
We ain't seen the Super Bowl yet.
Yeah.
All right. So, nah.
Nah. To be honest with you, I thought that, to me, realistically, that's probably what Max Crosby was going for in my head, because that was the trade for Von Miller. You feel me? That's what the Bills traded the Broncos to get him. It was the second and the third. I looked at age, health, and contract. I was like, that's probably what he should go for. But then the Ravens said, we're pushing Super Bowl 2 first. So it destroyed my entire thought process. I was like, I good for y'all, because I wouldn't. No, there's no way I'm giving them 2 first and taking on that contract.
Mm-hmm.
No, bruh. A second and third. Now we're talking.
Right.
That makes sense in my head,
man. Now we got some more breaking news. Daniel Jones, which turned down $100 million earlier this week or last week, or whenever they offered it. He turned down $100 million. He and the Indianapolis coach finally come to an agreement. Good for him. He's their franchise QB. You know, good for him. He landed on his feet, left New York, and ended up in Indy, and end up making a brand for itself. The Indiana Jones brand is returning back to Indianapolis, and he had a heck of a year until he got hurt. Let's see what happens.
Yep. And I gotta break this one. You feel me? I gotta break this one, because shout out to Cuz, man. I say right now, it doesn't look like he'll be back with the team, but you know what I'm saying, for the time he was there, you know what I'm saying, just the love that we had was amazing. My cousin Andrew Billings is the team's 2025 recipient of the Ed Block Courage Award, which honors the longtime NFL athletic trainer by selecting a player from each franchise who embodies courage, compassion, commitment, and community to the service. So shout out to my cousin Andrew Billings, man. That's amazing. That's an amazing award to get, man. Like I said, at the moment, it doesn't look like he'll be back with the team, but all the stuff he did and behind the scenes for the kids and everything like that is mad respect to him for everything he did. And shout out to Trax for breaking it. And shout out for Diana Rossini for it was either her or Courtney Cronin that reported on it. No, Courtney Cronin. So shout out to them, man. Like I said, that's a huge honor to have, man. And it shows his character as a player, man. He was raised the right way. That's the best way I can say it. So
salute the cuz, man. Salute to him, man. Mike Groom asks, is there any updates since the Khalif Raymond signing? Nah, we haven't heard any. And I honestly, right now, Mike, I don't expect any. Maybe later on tonight or early tomorrow. But we shall see. But I think the Bears are doing their due diligence as they should. And shout out to you, sir, for your comment in the chat. If you're new here, please like and subscribe, and welcome.
Yes, sir. That's it, man. Yeah, we probably won't really hear nothing else probably till tomorrow. Unless they make some splash move. I don't know.
Now, Groom says, he'll throw the picks at the Giants for Brian Burns, and he said something else that you ain't getting him for that, and I totally agree. But he said Burns' contract would effectively wash out when Sweat dips next offseason.
Oh, that's facts. His deal is close to being up. Yeah. They didn't restructure Sweat at all?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought they had restructured his contract at one point.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Mike Groom says he saw us in his feed. Didn't want any ESPN 1000 or score nonsense. Just talk about the same stuff, same old stuff every day. Listen, we try to be as fresh as we can be here, Mike. Mike is from New York City, man.
Oh, shout out to you, New York.
It's Bears fans everywhere. We travel well, KB. You know that. But shout out to Mike Groom in New York. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate your activity in the chat. Keep your conversation going, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm refreshing the feed every once in a while, trying to see if anything new is hitting the boards, man. Like I said, I don't see nothing right now. So, like I said, I kind of got that feeling too, man. We probably won't see anything till tomorrow morning ish.
I mean, but I'm sure there's work being done behind the scenes, bro. You know, I'm more than sure of it. Those guys. And no, Mike, we haven't seen seen or heard about any restructure just yet. It's coming though, for sure, Mike. They're coming. They're coming. Yeah, those guys understand how this process goes, and I think as us as fans, we want the microwave stuff, and we want it instant, and we want the big splash. But progress is a process, man. So we just have to just be patient. We got to exercise some patience and just take this thing one day at a time. But I can honestly say that I feel like the Bears are a better football team today than they were at the end of that Rams game.
Yes, sir.
So, and I think the draft and, because it's so many things. Like we got now and at least till, training camp for things to transpire, moves to make. And unfortunately, guys will get hurt and there'll be room to add or subtract other players, to our team and from our team. So we just got to ride this wave, ladies and gentlemen, and just see how things work out. But we have the core things together, man.
Is there anybody right now that you would love to see them go get?
Man, all honesty, bro. Like I wanted Quay Walker.
Okay, yeah.
And I know some people think I have this quiet love affair with the Green Bay Packers, which I don't. I just respect good players, man. But since we got the linebacker thing sold up, all this talk about Jalen Carter has done nothing but won't allow me to want him more.
Yeah.
Now they heard. Let me see. We got some new signs here. Oh, okay. Some more of the top guys left on the market. Now Tariq Woolen. Now we ain't got to get into the cornerback space because I don't want to get into I don't want to get jumped on by Bears faithful when I say what I say. But I like Tariq Woolen, and I'm gonna leave it at that. He's a head case. Well, I don't want to call him a head case, but he's a little sporadic as well. But I'm gonna leave it right there, KB, with the cornerbacks. Okay, so if you hear tomorrow that the Bears are, or later today, if you hear that the Bears are inquiring or have inquired or have their eyes directed on Joey Bosa, how do you feel?
It's solid. I wouldn't. It ain't nothing I'll be over the hill about. It doesn't stop me from drafting nobody early. Joey Bosa at this point in his career is a stopgap. He is somebody you put in on third downs in passing down situations. Hopefully, he gives you enough juice to go after a quarterback. I think if I could pick between him and Bradley Chubb, I would rather have Bradley Chubb over him, absolutely. But if they sign Joey Bosa, to me, that's a 1-year deal. You give him whatever guarantees you give him. But I'm not jumping up and down because I think the man's done. To be honest with you, I think he's at the point where you need to go sit his butt down too.
Yeah, man.
Like I say, he's a body at that point.
Yeah, absolutely, KB. If I see in the middle of the night, from Bleacher Report, Underdog, anywhere that the Bears signed Joey Bosa, I think I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
Man, look at man. Look. No, man.
Nah.
No. No.
That's not even anybody I didn't even thought about, and I'd have seen the name a few times. No,
Nah.
like if
And
they go
no.
sign him,
Man.
then so be it. But that's somebody that you expect to be gone by next season.
Yeah, man. He can go trick somebody else, man.
Yeah,
Nah. Man. Nah. Nah.
nah, I'm not a fan of that move at all.
Nah, we can't do that, man.
Not at all.
Like
Not at all, brother. I'm not
that
even.
see, that's some of that Bears from 5 years ago type ish right there, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, don't. Nah, Like I said,
Nah.
that's a body in the past room, bro. And like I said, you would hope that maybe he can contribute something on a passing down. Because other than that, the man won't touch my field. There's
Man,
no,
I don't want him
no way
coming
he
in
touches
on a
my field.
special role, man. No, man.
I don't want him on the team. To be real
No.
with you, no.
No.
But I'm just saying, if it happened, that's exactly my thought. Right. The only way he's touching my field is if it's third and long, fourth and long. Other than that, brother, you don't have there's no reason for you to be in my room. There's
No.
not. And I would hate that signing. At that point, go get Cam Jordan. Go get, like I said, go get Bradley Chubb. There'd be no reason to bring Joey Bosa into this team at all.
And Bradley Chubb is another, bro. It's for me, it's like the uppercut and the overhand right, bro. Like you hit you if you sign any one of those players, man, you just hit me with those, right? Bradley Chubb, first of all, I think he's better standing up.
Oh yeah, he's out. He's a 3-4 outside
Yeah.
linebacker. Devin.
Number two, man, broke up, man. The man's injured, man. We can't go around here just signing injured players, bro.
That's true.
No,
Absolutely.
can't do it. The Lions made another signing today. Malcolm Rodriguez has agreed to a 1-year deal to bring him back.
That's
Locker
solid.
room favorite in Detroit. Solid linebacker. Is much needed because of the loss of Alex Angeloni.
Yeah,
So yeah, good for Detroit.
that's Detroit gonna be a team looking for linebackers in the draft as well.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a sneaky one.
Mm-hmm. But we got Trax put out Khalif Raymond stats when Ben Johnson was OC. Reception yards and TDs. 40. And I guess this is the first year. And 23 is 47 for 616, no touchdowns. And then you have it's 23, 35, 489 with a touchdown. But stats aside, Khalif Raymond has showed with the Jets, also with the Lions, to be very explosive in the special team department. Like, he kind of reminds me of the other little fast guy that's in Buffalo, Shakir.
Oh yeah,
And the way Shakir role has expanded in Buffalo because of their lack of studs at the wide receiver position, but he's able to make big plays when you don't expect him to. And this is listen, it's nothing to be said about a guy that runs 4.3 that we don't already know, bro. And the Bears are stressed all since the season ended that we want speed, and he's another guy that brings the element of speed to this football team. So,
like I said before, man, you got to realize that's the end of any Duvernay conversations now because Raymond is also a return man.
Yeah.
And you got that speed back there now.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's an opportunity, for the Bears to peek at wide receiver in the draft as well. We know who we got as main guys.
Ooh, Trax asked a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Khalif Raymond an upgrade or downgrade over Zacchaeus?
I think he's an upgrade because he's going to bring value in multiple spots. Khalif Raymond has shown that he can make plays, catching the football and making plays with the football in his hand. And he's got pretty good hands. Zacchaeus, on the other hand, those hands a little bit questionable. and he was only brought in to play offense. He
Yep.
didn't bring in a lot of value on special teams. So I think Brandon is an upgrade just for his versatility alone.
Absolutely. And I was
Mhm.
gonna say with Zacchaeus, man, Zacchaeus was, I say this, to me he seemed like more of a little bit of a route tactician than what Khalif was or is at this point.
Yeah.
But I expect to say that if I hit Khalif Raymond on a, let's say, a slant over the middle, where if he catches the ball, he could score with it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't taking no shots. And I ain't pointing no fingers. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. We know. We know what you're saying. We know. We know. And I could put it as simple as this. Olamide Seguias is a wide receiver. Khalif Raymond is a football player.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I mean, if that helps, that's what I got.
Yeah. And seeing this tracks, man. I mean, we kind of touched on that a little bit earlier, man. Just talking about the moves so far with free agency, you see where the priority is. The priority is defense, and
Mm-hmm.
that's amazing to see because I didn't. If we came out and they were just looking for offensive players, I'd be pissed off right now.
Yeah.
The fact that you know that you lost a linebacker, they went out and they got they upgraded a linebacker because no matter what anybody says, Devin Bush is an upgrade over Edmonds right now. You went out and you upgraded that safety. Coby Bryant's a heck of a safety, man. He's gonna do a lot for us. I'm at least okay with the Neville Gallimore signing because he's depth. You need depth. So I'm not mad at them signing him because, like I said, the best way to win a Super Bowl is to keep fresh bodies on the defensive line. And if you get somebody whose motor is always running hot, Neville Gallimore. He ain't a world beater, but he's gonna keep going forward. That's what you need.
Yes.
So, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not mad at what they've done so far, and they're not neglecting the other side of the ball by any means. I think re-signing Braxton Jones right now is the right move. He's still young. He has starting experience in this league, and whether people want to say it or not, when he's healthy, he's a mid-ish left tackle. I'm not gonna say he's a world beater, but he's at least serviceable at the left tackle position. And if you really are putting your eggs in the basket of Ozzie Trapillo, all you need him to do is to play well until you believe or see the health return to Ozzie to come back and take that position back. And it's only a 1-year deal on the escalator. So I'm not mad at that. And then today, the Khalif Raymond, that's a hell of a pickup. That is a hell of a pickup. Return man. Flexible position that you can throw him on the offense. The man can line up in the backfield. You can hit him on a sweep or a toss. 4.3 speed can't be taught, people. It can't. So right now, to me, and then you had also taken they traded for Garrett Bradbury. Yeah. Garrett Bradbury didn't allow a sack this year.
Bro.
He's not the best center in the world, but something has to be said. The man did not let up a sack this year.
So, and what we can say about Garrett Bradbury, that he was good enough to get to the Super Bowl with.
Exactly. So I believe that they've done a solid job addressing the key areas that they need to address. So are they swinging for big names? You don't have to swing for big names right now. Especially seeing the money that people are going for, I'm okay with them doing what they do. Build through the draft, if that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, any intelligent group of people would have come into a situation with a game plan, right? So I think that the Bears had a game plan going into this free agency period on how they were going to attack. They had a priority list of things that they were going to address during this free agent period. This part of the free agent period anyway. They were going to handle everything else through the draft. And after the draft, they were still going to do what they could, to acquire talent through the undrafted portal, and also through guys that's going to be cut or released or cut, or have asked for a trade from teams that they're not happy with any longer. So, like I said, people, this is a long process. This is a long process. We just have to ride the wave, because sometimes great players fall in your lap. Like
Absolutely.
when a player wants to come to you, you're not going to have to do a whole lot of desperate things. You know what I mean? Sometimes that guy lands right in your airport, bro. So, I want to shout out to everybody that's engaged with us in this chat. Shout out to everybody that's watching wherever you're watching from. This is the Chicago Sports Podcast. I am D Nice, and that's my man KB. And we in here talking Bears free agency, Bears draft, NFL free agency. We talking about it all. And we welcome you guys in here to talk about it with us. Thanks for the new subscribers that we've accrued today. Welcome. And I'm sure that I can guarantee that you will love it here. From now to season beginning to season end, we're going to be here. We're doing shows every day. We own that. So
Yes, sir.
welcome.
I was gonna say, man, interesting thing. This is just reported. The Cowboys restructured Kenny Clark's contract, man. Created $8.8 million in space.
Yeah,
Now,
they Green Bay South over there, man.
yes, sir. I believe if I was right, that they said that they were one of the teams that was really in play right now for trade. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were trying to make cap space to try to go sign Trey Hendrickson.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they kind of caused the problem themselves by trading Micah, but that's neither here nor there.
Take care, Mike. We're gonna holler at you, man. Thanks again.
Take it easy, brother.
See you soon. But yeah, and Mike said something on his way out. He said Super Bowls are not won in free agency; they're won in the draft.
Absolutely.
I'm glad they aren't dropping bags on anyone. Yeah, but there has been some times when free agency has gotten some team Super Bowl. One, Green Bay Packers with the addition of Reggie White. Two, the Los Angeles Rams. And I listen, I'm really feeding into this narrative what everybody's saying, because I keep bringing up the pack, but I'm just telling the truth, people. That doesn't mean that I have this closet affinity with the Packers. It don't mean that. I'm just speaking the truth. Now, number two is the LA Rams when they acquired Matt Stafford through trade. It wasn't free agency, but it was through trade. It was done through a system to where it wasn't a homegrown player where they won a Super Bowl with or through. They went and got the guy that they felt like that was going to help them win a Super Bowl in Matthew Stafford. So, I think it's just all about the way things are set up, the way you got your team set up, because I think you can win both ways, but it's just all about how you have it set up, because teams been building for years, and getting these it's teams that get picks in the top 10 damn near every year, and they ain't got no closer Super Bowl than me and you, KB.
The Browns.
so you know what I mean?
Well.
I think personally you do what it takes to get your team to that next level.
Yeah.
If it takes you to getting that one guy in free agency to raise the level of your ball club, or if you have a heck of a team in that front office that can draft their tail off, you got scouts out there, getting it in night after night, day after day, hitting the road, doing their due diligence on everybody they hear about, and you can get it through the draft like that. That's great too. But the key is getting it. The key is getting there. The key is building something up to get there and get it. And you have to do what you have to do to get there. So,
yeah. Absolutely. And
yeah, man.
The Rams are the book on F them picks, because
hell yeah,
the longest time they was just trading picks to get players. We gonna build this team with as much vets as we can to win this Super Bowl, and shout out to them. They did. So
They did. They did what they needed to do, man. You
yeah.
know, when they acquired Odell Beckham and got Matt Stafford, shit,
Hey,
you
bud.
know, what do you know?
Oh my goodness. Definitely. That boy taking the shots. Listen.
Yeah, they take a shot. Listen, I got my vest on down, prepared for it, man. But again, I'm just stating the facts, man. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I'm just speaking about what I know in the history of this league, man. You know, you can win in different type of ways, man. Like I said, things have to for you to win a Super Bowl or continue to have success in the NFL. You know, things got to go right all the way around.
Yep.
You got to draft correctly. You got to bring in the right guys that fit the scheme and how you want your football team to operate. And you got to, you know, there's some luck sprinkled in there and a couple of blessings sprinkled in there too. You know, just things have to go your way. You have to stay healthy. Just a lot of things have to go correctly. But everyone has a responsibility to get this team to where it needs to be.
Yes, sir.
So we just gotta kind of be. And to Mike's point, I'm glad that money ain't been thrown everywhere to the point, you know what I'm saying, where it's looking like we leaving money on the floor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I mean, they did it last year.
yeah,
You see that you overpay for Dial. Now he got hurt. I get it, but before he got hurt, severely underperforming for the contract he was given.
yeah,
Uh, you know, sometimes football's football. Ball's gonna bounce whatever way it bounces, man.
yeah.
You can build way in multiple different ways. Some people it is trading multiple picks to get players. Some people it is building a team through the free agency pools. And some folks do this by just building through the draft. It's
Mm-hmm.
whatever works for you works for you.
Whatever works for you works for
So
you. But the one thing that we cannot discount that everybody has a part to play. Everybody has a responsibility. So
absolutely.
yeah. So um let me look in here because I seen something. I want to talk about Kobe Bryant. All right. Now, again, sometimes I have these ideologies and they may seem a little bit off, or I may sound like a hater sometimes.
Oh man.
I like Kobe Bryant. I liked him coming out of Cincinnati. I wanted the Bears to draft him when he was available to be drafted.
Yeah.
But the beginning of this Kobe Bryant thing, because he was on the back end of a very successful defense that was successful with getting consistent pressure on the
Yep.
quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And he was able to get 4 interceptions last year. Now, interceptions are only a part of it's only a part of the position he plays.
Okay.
But this is the thing where Kobe is getting paid for not necessarily what he's done. He's getting paid for what the Bears believe he can do, what Dennis
Yeah.
Allen believes he can be in this particular system. Okay. So I say that to say this, and this is only because you mentioned Dio. Dio, of course, he didn't come off a Super Bowl team,
Nope.
and they had a decent defense in Indy. But he got the money he got based off of what Bears, the people and the coaching staff and the Bears front office thought he can bring to this ball club. And it's unfortunate that he got injured. Now he wasn't blowing the doors off before he got hurt, but hell, he wasn't blowing the doors off in Indy either. He was just a steady, solid piece.
Yeah.
And the way this thing is being built is going to be built with a bunch of solid individuals. And we're going to get a chance. We're going to get our opportunity to bring that home run hitter to the plate soon enough. Watch what I tell you.
Absolutely. I I feel this is the off season that the Bears are going to get the defense back together. I think they'll get it figured out. Um, And I'm bullish on this because you have the ammunition to take as many shots as you need on the defensive line for the draft to go out and get players who could be difference makers within this year to the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we all had to understand sometimes you got to practice patience on certain things because we become such a microwave just society of, man, we want instant results every time something happens. Dial could absolutely come out next year whenever, if he does play, because there was when they talked, they did kind of make it sound like he could miss this year, which then brought up the whole idea of they could offer him the that medical package and end up cutting him. So if he does end up playing, maybe there's a world where he comes back and he starts to show the improvement that, or play the way that people thought he was going to play when they signed him to the deal that they did. Maybe you do get him a little bit better up the middle because, to be honest, he's probably better suited at D tackle in rushing the passer. Maybe you start to see that happen with him. That I did see that too. But we got to be patient with the way that they're trying to build this because we got to look at the fact Dennis Allen didn't have no players that really fit his scheme on this defense. He just kind of came here and was like, "I'll make this work," and you see what happens. The defense was midish to bad, but very good at taking the ball away. Now we watched what the Seahawks did. The Seahawks defense was built. That defense was built front end to back. They have multiple guys they have bodies rotating in that can go after the passer. You look at what the Super Bowl did. It wasn't Leonard Williams constantly putting pressure on the quarterback. It was Owe getting to him. It was the other guy that I think a rookie they had was getting to him. You got to give people the time for things to actually work out. Do I think the Dial contract was a good idea? No, they overpaid for him, but as you see, people are overpaying for defense.
Yeah, man, that's what free agency is, bro. That's what free agency is.
You're going to pay for the market most of the time. You just got to hope that it turns out right, man. He's still here. And so he had a bad year. We watched my man's who's the edge rusher that broke the sack record for us?
Robert Quinn.
Robert Quinn came in the first year, and we thought that him and Khalil Mack was going to eat. Robert Quinn first year, he did nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Then the next year on a bad team, he breaks the sack record. I'm not saying the Bears are going to have a bad year, but we also didn't see that, you know what I'm saying, that production that first year. We seen the production the second year. And then, of course, the third year we trade him. So maybe that's the type of evolution we see happen with Dial. Like I said, it's free agency, man. You're gonna pay what the market dictates for a player. So
yes, indeed.
You just gotta pray to God that you built what you want the right way, man.
Yeah, you gotta pray it works out, man. You gotta pray it works out because at the end of the day, it's all a gamble. Like, for instance, remember we had Muhammad here,
yes,
defensive end.
Yes,
and track brings him up, but we had Muhammad here. He didn't do anything. That joke got up there to Detroit, ended up getting busy, man.
All of a sudden,
man. But it's just funny like that sometimes, man. And Trax kind of reminisces on, the Bears of 2022 and what free agency was for us then. The failed physical for Larry Ogunjobi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which was a miss all the way. And then signed a legend Al Qadim Muhammad. Trax is funny as hell, bro. Hey, and man, the biggest wide receiver signing was Byron Pringle, who ended up getting locked up for some craziness, bro.
I remember that.
Yeah. So to mention that, and shout out to Trax for mentioning that makes me feel that much better about the way free agency has transpired
Yeah,
this season, because we've come a long way, people. We've come a long way, and we still got a ways to go. But the difference is the future is looking a lot brighter than it did back then. So
yeah. I
y'all,
mean,
y'all stay in here, man. Don't get all crazy because the guy that you've been thinking about all off season ain't come here. Like,
yeah.
just stay in here, man. We got room to add, another guy. Illinois Jones was good. What's going on? What's going on, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Long time no see, partner. But yeah, we still got room to add, and it's pivotal, like we said earlier, KB. It's pivotal that we get the pass rusher correct
Yes.
this year. If we have to overdraft and draft two with the top 4 picks that we have, so be it. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
And
We have to get this right.
when we talk about it's something we talking about with this building process. I need people to understand. Last year, we built the O line literally in the free agency. Like I think that's something that is being missed.
Yeah.
You traded for Jonah Jackson and Thuney.
Yep.
You got both of those guys in the building. Both of those guys were pivotal in that offensive line taking the leap that it did. You went out, and at the time, you signed the best center that was on the market. Now, it sucks in hindsight that Drew Dahlman retired.
Yeah.
But Drew Dahlman was also pivotal in your success on your O-line. You had your piece here. Then you drafted somebody. Like, it's different. It's different roles that lead to Rome sometimes, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Roles. You do what you have to do. And right now, I love the process that they're taking right now, and I understand that they're probably doing that because they don't have the money to spend.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to make the splash signings all the time. Sometimes you just get good players, and you get those good players involved with good coaching. We seen what good coaching does for a team this past year. Good coaching wins you those one-score games that you usually lose every other year.
Yeah.
So you get the guys in here, man. They play ball, bro. They play ball. That's what you want them to do, man. And
that's it.
Like I said, people just can't you can't just have that effect of saying we got to get production right away. Like I said, Dyer might pop off at some point this year. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't, after this year, he's cuttable. Yeah. He's absolutely cuttable.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm not mad at anything about how they're going about doing their business right now, man. I'm not.
No, it can be, man. Can be. And this is another unfortunate part of free agency. No matter how many you sign, they all ain't gonna be right. You ain't gonna hit on all of them. It's just a fact of the matter, man. You're not gonna hit on all of them, man. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And in a perfect world it does, but we all know this world is not perfect. So and guessing or trying to prognosticate what a player is gonna be based off of what he was somewhere else is a risky situation. It's risky business, man.
Absolutely.
So but all we can do is just trust what we've seen, trust what they've shown, and hope they don't lie to us when they get here, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And bear down to Illinois Jones once again. Welcome back, bro. Last year, as you stated, the end of last year was a little rough for you. We're glad you're back. I'm glad you're on both feet, man. I'm glad you're in here with us talking Bears football, man. Let us know how you feel about what's transpired, Illinois Jones. But yeah, man, shout out to that 1.6 on XApp. We in here. We in here, and y'all in here too, out of that 1.6. Listen, please hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the chat. Hit the heart, hit the thumbs up, whatever you got to do. Show us support here at the Chicago Sports Podcast. Again, My man KB is here, and I am D Nice, and we are talking Chicago Bears football. Bears fans talking this Bears football, talking Bears free agency, talking NFL free agency, and NFL football. You know, just we in here kicking it. So get on in here with us and hang out. You know, talk to us through this chat. Let us know how you feeling about the moves that's being made. With your favorite football team or with the NFL in general. You know what I'm saying? It's all good talk.
Hey,
And shout out to Louis. Louis say, hey man, offense wasn't built in a year, and he's absolutely correct. You know, but it started with when we finally got the quarterback correct.
yes,
You
sir.
know, that's usually the beginning of a good situation when you realize you got the quarterback correct. So hopefully we can build on that, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, man.
Anything you heard? Anything down the pipeline, man?
That's what I'm looking up, man. Trying to see if there's any more rumors for anything going on right now, man. I ain't seeing nothing. I ain't seen no new signings from nowhere. Just right now, the biggest thing right now is the Geno trade.
Trade, God. Bro.
I guess they said that the Raiders is gonna pay a bulk of that of the salary, and that the Jets are pretty much paying the vet men for him. So,
come on, man. I really wonder how much Tom Brady got going up there, man, over there in Vegas. But get well soon, Raiders. Geno, welcome back to New York, brother.
hey man, I hope he has a decent year, man. That's all I would say. I hope he has a decent year, man. Geno was one of those quarterbacks that once he started playing well, I was happy for him because everybody wrote Geno off. Like he said, man, everybody wrote me off, man, but I ain't answered back.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man.
He had his little resurgence, man, and good on him.
He deserved it because he was a hell of a quarterback coming out of West Virginia, man.
Yes,
I had high hopes for him, man. He was. Illinois Jones said he was sad to see DJ get traded. Not really sure what else is happening. Okay.
From a player standpoint, it sucks because I absolutely love DJ Moore and the character he had, but at the end of the day, business is business. You got
through that.
If they never drafted Luther Burden, then there's no way in hell you can make a trade like trading DJ Moore. But Luther Burden is here.
Yeah.
I mean that's it. That's the statement.
Coast, you cannot discount Coastal Loveland either. Because Coastal Loveland is definitely here.
Absolutely.
And he's going to get a lot of those receptions that are left out there that DJ left here in Chicago. And I didn't like to see DJ go either, but I understood it. And not necessarily just from a monetary standpoint, but just from a standpoint of chemistry on the field.
Yep.
If you watched him and Caleb, from the time Caleb was here, Caleb was able to develop more chemistry from other guys, and it just didn't never get right with DJ.
Yeah.
You know, Caleb was able to have rapport with Zacchaeus, Keenan Allen, of course, Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Then he ended up building something with Coastal Loveland, Luther Burden, and quiet as kept with Cole Kmet as well.
Yeah.
I don't think DJ was ever fully able to gain the trust from Caleb like we all hoped it should have went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and with that, and when you see it like that, you have a chance to gain a second round pick from that. As much of a tough son of a gun DJ was, and much of a football player DJ was, it's best on top of the money he was making, his best that we was able to get him out of here, and didn't put him in a bad position. Like I said yesterday, man, you
That's what I was
know,
gonna say.
DJ departed, and he fell in the arms of a pretty decent organization that's doing well right now, and they got an MVP quarterback and a hell of a running back. They got some issues on the defensive end, but you know what I mean. Offensively, he's in a good situation, and hopefully he flourishes.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I was gonna say too, man. I don't. Besides bringing up the pick, uh, I feel like they did right by DJ. Uh, you got to look at it. This is DJ Moore's first season on a winning team in the NFL. Uh, to be honest, it was his first winning season since high school. Because when he was at Maryland, they never had a winning season. So
Yeah,
to see him
and him
leave,
and Diggs.
yeah, I was gonna say just from that perspective, I'm happy they sent him to a team that is viewed to be still a Super Bowl contender because of their quarterback. So I feel like they did right by him. So I'm not. It doesn't make me sad because they could have sent that man to the Raiders. They could have sent that man to the Jets. And then you would have just watched the man fade off into obscurity because you're on a bad team. So I'm happy they did right by him. But I seen that somebody said that Colston Lovely's probably the top target now. I would imagine. Oh, what is happening here?
I don't know.
I was gonna say we got another person on. Also, Trax, I spoke on that them restructuring Kenny Clark. Like I said, I wonder if that's a move they're making to go sign Trey Henderson, because I know that they said the Cowboys were the front runners at the point yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that's why they freed up the space. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. On that note, brother, I think we can kind of close the door, man. Give our shout outs and
Absolutely.
just let this thing roll out. Go ahead.
Hey man, so I just want to say, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody that's watching. I know at one point I seen we had 285 people that viewed the stream so far, man. Shout out to y'all. Just even if y'all stop by for a few seconds just to hear us talk, man. It's always amazing being put in this position because I would never want to sit and listen to me talk, but other people do. So I appreciate y'all for coming in and listening to me and my boy D Nice chop it up, especially on the day where what I'm saying we got one sign and it's not a lot movement going on. It's a whole lot of speculation being made. So shout out to everybody that's viewing us. All the numbers we doing on X or Twitter, however you want to call it right now. We appreciate y'all showing us love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to my boy, man. D Nice be holding this thing down, man. We sat here and we talked 2 hours, and to be honest, we really talk about that.
Didn't feel like it was that long, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It don't feel like it, man. So, man, shout out to my boy D Nice steering the train, man, for us. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Trax putting us in this position to do this. Like I said, man, y'all keep it going, man. Stay tuned because we could have more things going on tomorrow, man. We'll see. And if that's the case, man, you know what I'm saying? And shows always pop up. Who knows? We could be back.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody in chat, man. Shout out my boy D Nice, man. Yeah, we appreciate everybody.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, peace to you, KB, and thank you for getting in here with me and talking this Bears talk. Appreciate everybody watching wherever you're watching from. Again, this is the Chicago Sports Podcast. I am D Nice and that's KB. And we're in here talk. We were in here. We've been in here 2 hours, and when you're having fun, time flies, and that's what happened today. And because I do enjoy talking Chicago Bears with other Bears fans, or just football with football fans in general. This is always a treat. Shout out to Track. Shout out to everyone that participated in the chat. Please follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you do your social media thing at. Please follow the Chicago Sports Podcast and get on in here. We see these conversations going and you see us going. Please like and subscribe to platform. Trust me, you will love the content here. We are just Bears fans talking Bears, two Bears fans. That's what we want to do here. We want to share our knowledge. We want to hear, especially we want to hear what you guys and girls have to say about your favorite football team. So again, we're very thankful. We I like to apologize for the slowness of our free agency, but listen, patience is a virtue, man. Progress is a process. So let's let this thing roll out day after day. We'll be bringing you news as we hear it, and we're gonna get this thing right. We just got to trust the process. So peace and love to everybody. A big bear down to everyone that checked in with us today. Like KB said, even if you just peeked in and look at our face, I don't know how pleasant that is, but if you just peeked in and look at our face and got up out of here, thank you.
Absolutely.
Peek in tomorrow, we should be back. Or somebody will be back.
Somebody be here.
And we're gonna be in here talking Bears football, and I'm gonna support. If I'm not here, I'm gonna support the next man talking Bears football. This is what we like to do, and this is one of my favorite type of times of the year. This should be our favorite time of the year, especially at this time of Bears football. So peace and love to everybody. Be safe out there. We out.
Yeah.